Was I happy? No. Because that means that I can spend more, and me spending more from Capital One meaning that I am borrowing more money, and I don't want to borrow more money. Hey guys, welcome back to Soar with Nessa. Now, I've seen all the new subscribers and I just want to welcome you formally to my channel. Yeah, thank you. And if you're new just watching this video and you have not subscribed, please smash the subscription button. And if you've been here for a while and you find this content very likable, just like the content, okay? So today we'll be diving into Capital One, how to build our credit and all those stuff, and why I believe that Capital One is like the best choice for me and maybe the best choice for you. Yes, but before I get in the video, as I said before, subscribe. We're talking about Capital One, and I'm going to tell you three main reasons why Capital One is the best for me and maybe the best choice for you. So number one is reputation. Now, Capital One is known for accessible credit cards, especially for those who are looking to build or rebuild their credit. Now, if it is that you are just starting off, because of the reputation that Capital One uphold, personally, I would trust someone that have a good reputation. Say for instance, this is going to be your first credit card so that you can build your credit. Just like natural life, if you're looking to do business with someone, you want someone that is reputable. Okay, you're not going to choose anyone. Same as you would do with a bank. Now, Capital One is very reputable and the reputation is very high, and why not choose one that upholds a high reputation to build or rebuild? So you have other person that have credit cards in different banks, such as Bank of America, you have Wells Fargo's, you have many other line of credit cards, but I chose Capital One because of the reputation and because it was highly spoken by a friend to me. And here am I introducing it to you, and based on my experience, I can tell you that Capital One is the best for me in my perspective. Another option is the card option. So they have a secured master. This one is good for those who just starting to build credit or for someone that is trying to rebuild their credit. And this also requires a security deposit, but in 6 to 12 months you normally get back your money. So even though you may deposit some money in it, just look at it as saving, because in the long run, if Capital One realize that they can trust you with their money, that eventually they will raise your credit limit and they will also give you back your money. So that's you having, like, say for instance, $200 in the bank saving while you have their credit using and building your credit, your line of credit. So don't look at it as if you're paying the bank, right? Let's look at it as saving, because eventually you'll get that money back. You have another one that's Quicksilver One rewards. So this card offers great cashback rewards and is accessible to those with average credit. Say for instance, you already had a credit card, you have a credit history, your credit history is good, then you can apply for this Quicksilver card. And the good thing about this Quicksilver card is that you get cash back whenever you spend. So who wouldn't want cash back? I know I do. Now, another reason why Capital One is good, I would say, because of the approval rate. So Capital One is known for its relatively high approval rate for those with fair or good credit. Now, there are many banks out there that is very hard to get approved to get your credit card, but for Capital One, if you are getting paid a decent amount of money per year, you can apply for a credit card right on your phone, put in all of your personal information, and then get approved. When you are approved, then they'll send your card to you. And when I was approved, I got approved for $250. I did it for a friend and they got $500 based on income. And after that, my credit limit rose to $500, and then it rose to $1,200, and then the other day, like just a month ago, I went in my credit card because I get a lot of emails, right? And because I get a lot of emails, sometimes I overlook emails, especially if it's like repetitive emails. Capital One always email me if I purchase something because that's how I set it up. So sometimes, I don't really open the email. But when I went into the app, the bank app, I was like, damn, where does this money come from? $4,000. And I had to go back in my email and I realized that they approved, they increased my limit. Now, was I happy? No. Because that means that I can spend more, and me spending more from Capital One, meaning that I am borrowing more money, and I don't want to borrow more money, you understand? But nevertheless, just in case something happens, right, I have an emergency, at least I know I have $4,000 I can borrow, and I don't have to go to a friend to borrow any money. I have credit card that I can borrow money, right, and I can still pay a minimum, the minimum fee. I don't have to pay it all at once. So that's another benefit. You literally have money to borrow at your fingertip. This is section 2, and this is how to use your Capital One card effectively. Now, number 1 is regular usage. Now, if you have your credit card and you're not using it, then what's the point of having the credit card? They want to see that they can trust you with their money, and if you're not using it, that's them not knowing if they can trust you. I would suggest that you use the card for small manageable purchases so that you can pay off each month. This shows that you're responsible in using the card, right? So as I said, don't put on the card. If you don't want to hold too much, just do what I do. What I normally do is that if I'm purchasing something online or going to a grocery store, those are needs. I use the card to purchase my needs. So whenever I go to the grocery store and say I spend $300 on grocery, I use my Capital card to purchase it. And when I reach home, if I don't pay it off same time, I probably leave a day or two, because it shows that I am borrowing the money and I may not have the money right now. You understand? I just trying to trick the system. So in a day or two, or even before a week, I pay that off, and that shows that I am using the card and I'm using it effectively and I'm paying back their money. That can even help to build your credit because it shows that they can trust you with their money. Another way to use the card effectively is to keep the utilization low. Keep your utilization below 30%. Now what that means is that if you get a credit limit of $1,000, try not to carry a balance over $300. If you use the money, pay it back. And I would say if they give you $1,000, don't try to use all of the money. Use half of it. Keep the utilization low. Don't let them see that, okay, this girl is living from hand to mouth, because they give you $1,000, you use it, then the next 2 weeks you pay back the $1,000, or say $500, and then the next day or two you're using it. That shows that you really don't have any money. Because if, say for instance, someone come to me and borrow $100, right, and say, okay, my next paycheck they're going to give me the $100 back. When the next paycheck come, they give me the $100, and then 2 days after they come back and borrow that $100. That shows that this person really don't have any money and they're practically living from hand to mouth. And this is exactly how you are viewed by Capital One or any financial institution. Another thing is to monitor your account. Monitor your account, yes. What you would do is regularly check your statement and your credit score, and you can do this through Capital One Credit Wise tool. I use Credit Karma to check my credit score, and Capital One does a great job of sending out your statement monthly, just like any other bank. I honestly don't check it, but it is good for you to check your account, manage your account, ensure that everything is good, up and running, and your credit score is rising or decreasing. Because guess what, this is one thing I do. I check my credit score almost every day. I check my credit score because I want to know that it's increasing, and if it falls, it raises a level of concern, like, why is my credit score falling? If it falls, I know what I can do, to increase it. And the other day my credit score, I think it falls like 30, right? And I honestly don't know why. And then I was like, no man, I need to build my credit, and I've been working on it, and it went back up. It may not go back up the whole 30, but it's increasing and it's in good standing, so that's good. Now step 3, and this is what you guys been waiting for, is how to build your credit fast. Number 1 is to become an authorized user. Now I have not done that. I just have my own credit card. This means for you to consider being an authorized user on a trusted friend or family member card, and this will help to build your credit history. As I said before, I have not personally done this. I've just had my own card, so you don't have to do it. But if you have friends and family that have a good line of credit, ask them if you can go onto their card and be an authorized user so that you can build your credit, especially when you're just starting off. Right? If you know that your family have a bad credit history, don't do it. Might as well you start on your own. Now, I don't have any family or friends that I know like that I can become an authorized user, so this step I disregard, but I just have to tell you for the sake of the video. Another thing is you can request a credit increase. Now with Capital One, that I've seen every 6 months, 6 to 12 months, they raise my credit. If you have not gotten an increase, you can also go ahead and request a credit increase after your first 6 months of responsible use. This can increase your utilization rate and increase your credit score. As I said before, Capital One normally increase it after 6 months, but if they don't, and just say for instance you're using another credit card, if they don't increase it, you can go to them and say, hey, can I get a credit increase? And that if they increase your credit, then your credit score will go up, because that's what I realized when I got the additional $2,000. My credit score went up, and yeah, that increase your credit. Another point is a diversify credit type, which means if it's possible, you can mix up your credit type. You can go ahead and probably borrow a small personal loan, which improve your credit mix. With Credit Karma, it tells me that I can purchase a car, I can take a loan and all those stuff. So with me taking a car out, me taking a small loan, that is me diversifying my credit type. Now if it is that I just have the credit card and I'm just spending at online and just grocery store, then that's not me diversifying my credit type. Now if it is that I have a mixture of things that I'm paying for, like say for instance I have mortgages, I have a car, I have a loan paying for, and they say that I can manage all of those stuff, they will increase your credit, because guess what, you have different aspect of credits that you're actually paying back. You're paying back for the car note, you're paying for the small personal loan, you're paying for your mortgage, you understand? And they say that, okay, you're handling all of this with your income, why not increase your credit score? Another thing is to stay consistent. Stay consistent. Building credit takes time. Not because you just got the card mean that you're going to have a good credit. Yes, when you started off, you're going to have a decent amount of credit, but guess what? For you to reach into the 700 and the 800, right, you have to be consistent and you have to be patient with the account. Consistency is key. Either with the credit or in life in general, consistency is key. Type that down in the comments down below. Let me know that you're listening. Consistency is key. And also avoid opening too many accounts all at once, right? Because you don't want to have too many loans, right? Have that one card, manage that one card, maintain that one card, and when you maintain a good credit, when your credit limit is at a decent rate, then you can maybe go ahead and add another account, but stay consistent and yeah, focus on that one card until you reach where you want to go. Even though this whole video was on the topic of increasing your credit, we are going to focus now on the common mistake that we tend to make, and because of these mistakes it causes our credit score to fall. So this is very important to note so that you can keep your credit score in the 700 and the 800. Okay, number one is maxing out your credit limit. I said it in section 2. Don't max out your credit. Keep your utilization low. I said it before, right? So this is one of the mistakes that many people use, is to max out their credit limit. Keep your utilization low. A high utilization can negatively impact your credit score, right? So don't max out your credit. If they give you $1,000, don't use $1,000. You keep it below $300, right? As I would say, use half the amount. Use half the amount just to be safe, and then pay it back. Don't max it out. Even if you're in debt, yes, I know they're lending you money, and even if you use it, try to pay it as fast as possible, because that shows that, hey, this girl not having the money. She has to come and borrow all of this amount of money all at once to do something. You know, this is not a good look on you. Avoid late payments. Late payments can stay on your credit report for up to 7 years. 7 years. So avoid them at all costs. Okay? Try to pay within a timely manner. Set up auto payment so that it pays it for you if you forget easily, just like me. Okay? And as I said previously, if you use the money today, try to pay it within a week or 2. Don't wait until like month end. And it depends on when you use it, why I said month end. But don't wait until the full 30 days. You understand? Try to pay on time. Another point is, try not to apply for too much credit. Each credit application can result in hard inquiries, which can temporarily lower your credit score. After the 6 months, apply for a credit increase and then wait till another 12 months or so. Don't apply too much for a credit increase, because this shows that, no, this girl need more money. This girl need money. So just keep it at a minimum. Keep it simple. Be consistent, as I said, with your payment and everything. For me personally, I'm just looking to build my credit and not so much of borrowing people money. I really don't want to borrow the bank money. Every time I use the bank, it's like a strain on me, and I know that I have to pay it back, and it seems like I owe someone, even though my intent was to use the money from my account anyway. But it's like I feel more at peace when I don't owe Capital One, even if it's $100. And when I have to take it out of my natural saving to pay it back, it just feels so hard to do, even though I know that I needed to use it anyway. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So we have come to the end of the video, and I just want to recap on everything that I said if you have missed it. Alright, so just to conclude, choose the right Capital One card, use it wisely, pay on time, and keep your utilization low. If you have found this video helpful in any way, please subscribe, please like this video, please drop me a comment and share it with your friends and family who you may think need this video. Thank you for watching Soar with Nessa, and it was a pleasure coming to you again, and I'm going to try my best to keep posting. Alright, and thank you for your support, thank you for everything, and yeah, let's soar to higher heights.